Marianne Williamson, moral leadership. So I want to keep the dialogue going about presidential hopeful for 2020, Marianne Williamson. I believe she has a lot to add to the political dialogue and to politics in general. And I'll just go over some quotes, some policies, and some stats with you. So I'll start with the stats. Marianne Williamson ran for Congress in 2014, and she finished fourth out of 16, getting about 13% of the vote. So, she has a political presence now. I don't know if that was the first time she ran, but that's a pretty good showing, to be fourth out of 16 candidates. And it was even harder for her because she ran as an independent. I was wondering if maybe she ran as a Democrat, she might have won, because I've heard her talk about how she ran as an independent, and she said she'll never do that again because it's very limiting. And that's why I think Bernie Sanders isn't running as an independent, because he knows there's a lot of hurdles in a rigged two-party system that independents really, really struggle with. So I think that's why she's running as a Democrat for 2020. So, but like I said, fourth out of 16, not bad at all. Okay, let's go over some quotes. Marianne believes that, quote, "We need a moral and spiritual awakening in America and in our politics," end quote. Fully agree. And I think that's why she's in this race. She has this to offer us in the national dialogue. And that's why I want to get her on the debate stage. Please donate $1. It can be as little, you can donate whatever you want, but it can be as little as $1. Donate to Marianne's campaign. I'll leave the link down below. She needs 65,000 individual donations to make the debate stage. So I think she might be around 20,000 now, so we got to get her there. Just leave her a buck. That's all you got to do. So I really want her to get on the debate stage. But yes, we need a moral and spiritual awakening. I firmly believe that. I promote that. I'm glad she promotes that. And like I said, that's a valuable thing to infuse into the national dialogue, the political dialogue. And, she goes on about, because we have an amoral economic system in this country that, that promotes inequality. It promotes division. It promotes horrible results. So from what I can gather, I can see that she's probably for a social democracy. Like I know she's a Bernie Sanders supporter, so that's the safe bet to assume there. But yeah, she talks a lot about how our economic system is amoral. It is intrinsically amoral. It's unfettered capitalism is utterly amoral. And this is why we have so many horrible results in this country when it comes to whether it's 40 million people in poverty, 30 million who don't have health care. The stats are endless, and it's because of this amoral economic system, which he addresses at length a lot. So I'm very agreeable to that. Let's see, a couple policy things here. She wants to implement reparations for slavery. She has a plan laid out. Her plan is $100 billion over 10 years. So I think that's very good of her to bring this to the debate. I hope she makes the debate stage. I really want her to bring this because she talks about how Ronald Reagan, paid off, what was it, $89 billion in reparations to Japanese Americans for when we put them in internment camps in World War II. And we have oppressed other people on a racist basis, and we've also paid out money to them too, whether it's like certain tribes of American Indians or there's a whole list. I got to find that list, but there's a list of them, and the only people who aren't on there are slaves from America. So it's like, this needs to happen. This is a debt we owe them, and it should be addressed in the debates, and this is one of her main things. So kudos to you, Marianne. Okay, Medicare for all public option. Roadblock. I I believe, as you guys probably know, I believe in the Sanders or the Pramila Jayapal Medicare for All bills. How they go the furthest, they are the best, they are superior to the Medicare for All public option. Once again, we are the only Western nation in the world who does not have a form of single-payer health care, and it's ridiculous. 30 to 45,000 people die every year in America because they don't have health care. 30 million people, like I said, don't have health insurance, and there's many more millions who are underinsured. We have a horrible system, and the public option, it puts it on the map. Okay, I get it. It puts Medicare for All, public option, it puts it on the market so people can come to it, and I get that. But I'm getting that it doesn't go far enough. The Sanders bills and the Pramila Jayapal bills go the furthest. I'm in support of those. So I disagree with her on that, and I disagree with most candidates who do the public option, or no, all of them. Anyone who supports the public option, I disagree with. So it's just going to show up in my videos. It's nothing personal. I just want to be honest about my convictions about Medicare for All or bust, or Medicare for All public option. So I just want to share that with you. So these are just a couple things. Don't want to make this too long. Just a couple things. Like I said, I want to keep the dialogue going about Marianne Williamson. I believe she is very valuable to the dialogue going forward to 2020.